Hi, and welcome to this episode of Transaction TV. I'm your host, Anthony Atanasio, CEO of Hawk Strategies, and joining me today is my good friend Dan Fowler, Vice President from J. Fletcher, Kramer & Son Incorporated, which we'll call Kramer or JFC today, Dan, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's go with Creamer.
Kramer works for me
Yep.
too. Thanks so much for joining us today and for being here at the 50th anniversary of the Transaction Conference. It's our largest conference yet with almost 1,400 attendees. So having the state's leading civil contractor here seems very appropriate. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, and thank you for having me here today. This is my first time at Transaction. It is a large conference. There are a lot of people here. All the agencies are here. A lot of engineers are here, and there's tons of good content that we've been sitting through, and just I've been enjoying every minute. So
Well, I really appreciate you being here. And it's been the best kept secret in New Jersey for a long time here in our little transportation community. But with 1,400 registrants, it's not such a secret anymore, right?
No.
Well, listen, let's be honest, Dan. Everybody knows J. Fletcher Kramer by name, and we all know the trucks. Because as New Jersey's largest civil contractor, you can't really drive around New Jersey without seeing Kramer working on something, which is a testament to the 101 years of this company that you are everywhere in the state. But our audience might not be familiar with all the disciplines and the width and breadth of the company and its capabilities. So could you maybe tell us a little bit more about JFC and what Kramer's been working on and what you do?
Sure. So, like you said, most people see us while they're driving up and down the roadways.
Right.
A lot of times on the turnpike or the parkway, right?
Yep.
And they see us doing guide rail, sign structures, and that's what most people know us as. But we do that scope of work, guide rail, sign structures for turnpike, DOT. We also do it for all the state agencies, local governments, county governments. We do that on contract basis. We do that on emergency contracts. But in addition to those scopes, and Creamer works with every utility throughout the state.
Mm-hmm.
So that includes water distribution, transmission, treatment, wastewater, electrical distribution, so like underground conduits, telecommunications, gas distribution. It truly covers every piece of the utility market in the state. In addition to that, in recent years, we've been helping out all of the transit authorities, local municipal governments, and everything with our trenchless rehab technologies. So we do different pipe rehabilitation techniques that avoid us having to do open cut excavations.
Yeah.
So, or massive renovations to bridges. So we can just send liners across bridges through existing pipes. It's fantastic work.
Yep.
That has been really big for us the last few years. And then in addition to that, we have our traditional civil heavy highway work. So you see us doing bridges, roadways, piles, deep foundations, concrete work, substations. It's the full gamut of infrastructure is really what we cover.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you make it 101 years without being really good at what you do. And you don't get to be everywhere and be seen everywhere unless you do a lot. And I think that's really beneficial for our audience to understand that Kramer can really handle so much in so many different disciplines. You talk about the utility work. I believe you're the only company that is pre-qualified with every investor-owned utility company in the state as well. So once again, that speaks to the quality of your work and that Kramer can be relied on, which leads me into another great question, which is, as we see your marketing and social media and as you advertise what it is that you do for folks, one of the things that you heavily advertise is your emergency response work, rapid response. When something goes boom in the night, who do you want to call? And it's become pretty obvious that most of the public agencies want to call J. Fletcher Kramer. So can you tell us a little bit about that work?
Yeah, I mean, we want the agencies calling Creamer, and to be that reliable, trusted partner to respond
For emergency work.
For emergency work
Something blue.
At 3 a.m. when something bad happens. There's not many people you can't call, and we want to make sure we're going to be there. So how do you do that, right?
Yeah.
We have a training center in Wall, New Jersey, the Joseph T. Walsh Training and Development Center, and we send our 105 plus crews through that training center every year, probably around twice a year, covering every manner of training, from our technical training on just the base work we do to innovative solutions for technologies that we're testing or that we're rolling out, and safety training. So our crews, in addition to we have crews that have been with us for foremen with 30 years experience, that they have lots of field experience.
Right.
They're also getting the up-to-date training experience hands-on so that they're ready for whatever they encounter out in the field.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Number two is we know what our work means to the communities, the impact that we have on the quality of people's lives,
Yeah.
whether those people know it or not. Like I always tell my kids that we're secretly behind the scenes on why you have a nice cushy life. You pull up the handle and water comes out.
Yes.
You flip a switch, light
The
turns
lights
on.
go on. Right.
It's like magic, but it's because there's you get that.
Yeah.
Our people understand that,
Right.
and we train them for the capability to respond, and they have the deep understanding of what it really means to our clients, our utility partners, to make sure that their product is working for their clients.
Right.
And they know it. Management knows it. It's top to bottom, and that's one of the things that makes us be able to respond. And so it's a culture in the company,
Right. To demand excellence.
do that.
Right.
And everybody wants to be that person that
Right.
we get called.
Right. You demand excellence.
Yes.
And I think both, as I could say, as a former assistant commissioner of DOT, former head of the UTCA, Kramer truly is second to none because of the energy you put into quality, safety, reliability, right? It's your reputation precedes you. And I think that speaks volumes. So congratulations to you and the rest of the leadership for continuing what has been now a 100+ year legacy. 101 years.
Yeah, and actually, it's 103. 1923.
1923. You're right.
I mean, I feel like we've been. It only feels like 100. I mean, we started broadcasting the 100-year anniversary.
Right.
It feels like a year ago.
I know.
Time is moving.
Time moves
really
fast.
I mean, it's gone from the Creamer family to Joe Walsh as our first non-Creamer president.
Yep.
Yes, and now Marty Downs as the president. It's every single one of them has driven this message that we are serving the community and our clients.
This is a public service.
Yes.
In essence, it's a private business, but it's a public service.
Yeah.
And and Marty Downs is a great example to have entered the company as an intern and worked his way up to president.
Yeah.
It speaks to the quality of the company. It speaks to people go and want to stay. You talked about 30-year crews. It's a testament to how this company was founded and how it's been ran. So cheers to everyone at Kramer. And then it gets into the other things so as you come around transaction, and thank you for being a sponsor of our conference.
Yeah.
One of your sponsorship signs really focuses on the tagline, Infrastructure Solutions Simplified.
Yep.
Can you explain what that means to Kramer for our audience?
Yeah. So Infrastructure Solutions Simplified. We know our clients' time and their peace of mind is valuable. And the way we think of it is we take something that everyone in this environment knows is complex. I mean, infrastructure, transportation problems, it's complex solving those things. And we make it simple for our clients. We have such a diverse background of experience and length of experience and dedication to innovation that our teams are prepared to take on those challenges and turn it around in a way that, makes it easier for our clients.
Right.
And that's one of the main messages that we want to get across, that and you hit on it already. It's the quality, reliability, and safety that's there. That all comes from wanting to make our clients' lives easier.
Right.
I
think that goes, it's really a testament to your company that whether it's a large scale project, whether it's a bridge, water sewer treatment plant, a massive piece of construction, or it's guardrail, or it's an emergency.
Yeah.
Big or small, folks know that they can count on Kramer.
Yeah.
And that's a testament to the quality of the firm. So cheers to you on that.
And historically, the work that we've performed is bid build.
Yeah.
It's a public contracts, bid build. But as we move forward, we're doing more of the design build, EPC type of work. And so that that simplicity that we're passing on is saying, you know what, that thing that you had to handle in the past, you don't have to anymore.
Right. Right.
We can manage that. We can bring that all under one roof and simplify this for you.
Minimize risk, increase efficiency, speed up project delivery, right?
Yes.
And let's talk about one of those very, very signature projects right now. The Kramer Sanzeri joint venture
Yep.
is currently delivering a massive and critical piece of infrastructure for the FIFA World Cup, the
Yeah.
largest sporting event in the world.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about your work in the Meadowlands and what you're doing.
That's exciting. So we for the NJSA, New Jersey Sports and Exposition Authority, NJSEA, sorry. We were contracted, design build, Kramer Sanzeri, to design a pedestrian bridge to get from their parking facility to the stadium. The infrastructure that currently existed, with the thousands and thousands of people that are coming,
Yeah.
wasn't going to cut it anymore.
Right.
I mean, it's already a little difficult on big game days today.
Oh, yeah.
So we're adding another pedestrian bridge to the site. That is really close to wrapping up at this point. So I'm really excited to see people walking across that bridge on their way to see the biggest sporting event in the world this year.
And that's also, because of the nature of FIFA and the event and how they want less people driving directly to the stadium, the offsite and the need for that pedestrian walkway is hypercritical now compared to a traditional Jets or Giants game or whatnot. So, once again, Kramer was selected to do a critical path project for the largest sporting event in the world. And I believe the project is on time and on budget.
100%. And we are, it's because our teams are laser focused on partnering with our engineering partner, and they've got the design down, they've got the construction sequence down, and everything is falling right into place.
Well, that's the beauty of design build, is that if it's allowed to be used properly, it allows the owner to empower the private sector so that the owner can harness the ingenuity of the private sector and harness all the benefits of a private sector operation, but to deliver a public asset.
Yeah.
So it sounds like this is a model project for design build. So I think that's a good way to head into our last question is, you've talked about the evolution of this company over 100 years and evolution of the construction industry and infrastructure as a whole. Where do you see the future, or where would you like to see the future over the next 10 years for Kramer?
Yeah. Well, I'll say we're not going to move away from the core of what has made Kramer what it is today, right? I think we're reliable, and we are hardworking. We are dedicated to our cause.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's going to stay the same. I don't see that changing. What I think is going to change, though, is that throughout the years, we've just become more and more sophisticated. So that the method of delivery of that dedicated hard work is just becoming more sophisticated. And that goes right back to the design build work that we were talking about before. I see over the next 10 years, more and more EPC, design build. We could do constructability studies. There's a lot of places that Kramer can participate today and in the future that 15 years ago, that wasn't in our wheelhouse.
Right.
So we've definitely moved the needle on where we can participate today. So that's where I see us in the future. So you ask, what type of company are we? We're innovative, we're dedicated, reliable, just a little bit more sophisticated than we are today,
Everything an owner is looking for.
Yeah.
So,
and you know what? Going back to the pedestrian bridge, one of the things we did on that project that is somewhat unique, because over the years, Kramer used to be family owned. Now we're owned by API Group, and that parent company owns dozens and dozens of companies throughout the United States and throughout the world. One of our sister companies manufactures steel. So we're able to tap into the resources that Kramer has as part of a larger organization and fast track steel production, control the quality of steel production a lot tighter than what our peers could possibly do. And so, those connections that we have, we take advantage of them. And as API Group grows, our resources grow, we're not changing from being our regional, you know, hardworking J. Fletcher creamer. It's just we have more resources at hand. So,
and that's exciting. And I think that's a great way to wrap up is, one of the great things about Kramer, everyone knows the brand. It's New Jersey's largest civil contractor for a reason. But the best message I've taken away from today is that, not all contractors are created the same, just like no car maker is the same. I mean, everybody, there are better and worse in each industry. But truly, the value add that comes with Kramer is second to none. And I think cheers to you for the work that you do, and to Marty and to everyone at the company. And, looking forward to doing this 10 years from now. We'll do it again in between, but let's see we'll do this 10 years from now and see what happened. And I look forward to watching the company continue to grow and succeed.
All right.
So thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Dan Fowler, Vice President for Kramer, J. Fletcher Kramer. And thank you for joining us for this episode of Transaction TV.